Allyson Felix just won the bronze medal on the track in the 400 meters. It's her 10th Olympic medal, tying Carl Lewis as the most decorated American athlete in track and field. Let's bring in USA Today columnist Christine Brennan for more on that and the biggest moments from the games as the closing ceremony nears. Christine, I have known you for a long time. I know you pay attention not only to the historic wins like for Allyson Felix, but many other moments within the Olympics. What stands out to you right now as we come to a close?
Well, certainly, when you mentioned Kira, Allyson Felix, 35 years old, a mother, not only a great athlete, but fighting for moms to have their rights. You may remember that Nike said they didn't want to pay her while she was pregnant, and she successfully fought for all moms out there who are still competing. And so these women are much more than athletes, as we know. They are also human beings. And really, that headline and that storyline goes right to Simone Biles and the story of these games, really, Kira, which was Simone overcoming the twisties, overcoming her fears and her concerns, talking about mental health, talking about the pressure she was under, and actually coming back for the balance beam and winning that bronze medal. So Simone was supposed to come in here and win gold after gold, but in many ways, by winning one silver and one bronze medal, I think she comes out a bigger winner because she has taken us to not only a national conversation, really, but a movement about mental health and about young people and athletes who are dealing with pressures and issues that they used to never talk about. And now, of course, Simone Biles is talking about it and leading the way, not only on the field of play, but off.
How do you think that's going to make an impact now among athletes? You talk about this being a movement now, Christine. I think this is something that a lot of the athletes didn't want to talk about. They weren't open about it because you're supposed to be the best at your sport, right? You don't talk about weakness. So going forward, how is this a positive?
Oh, I think it's a terrific development, and it is this next generation. You're right. You talk to older athletes. I talked to Carl Lewis. You talk to Dominique Dawes, who I've been able to be on Good Morning America with a couple times with Robin during these games. And they talk about the pressures they faced and how tough it was, but no one ever said anything, right? You just sucked it up. You just go back in there, be strong, don't show any weakness, all those buzzwords from a different time, from a different generation. Well, those days are over. Athletes from Michael Phelps to Naomi Osaka, of course, the big story over the last few months in tennis, to now Simone Biles, even Simone Manuel, the swimmer for the U.S., who talked about overtraining syndrome and being depressed and having anxiety at the Olympic swimming trials, and then again here at the Olympics. All these athletes are speaking up the way that no one ever did before. So what does the future hold? Well, hopefully it helps young kids, which is really what it's all about. These are role models for kids. Have kids understand that it's okay to not be okay to talk about these issues. And hopefully it helps children, it helps adults understand if these role models, these great heroes, these Olympic gold medalists, if they can talk about this, then that means anyone can and hopefully get help. And let's hope. I hope there's a positive ending here because these athletes have such big names and such a platform, Kira, that I think the sky is the limit for helping others.
I agree with you, and it fills my heart just to hear you say that. I think of April Ross, too, referred to as the oldest woman to bring home a medal. How significant was this for beach volleyball and also for women and moms and being an older athlete? I mean, I have to say, that's a role model for me as a quote-unquote older woman, far older than she is, though.
Well, exactly. We both are, right? But she's 39, which is old for an athlete. And I was there. I watched that match. It was about over 100 degrees, so it was really, really hot. What great athletes they are! They won in 2 sets. They were so dominant, beating the Australians. The Australians really never had a chance. And this is 39-year-old April Ross, her 31-year-old partner Alex Kleinman. And for April Ross, she'd won a bronze and she'd won a silver, but never a gold until today. And I think it was just this triumph for perseverance. And also she's done all three medals, Kira, she's won, have been with different partners. So talk about someone who can work with different people, who can kind of roll with the punches, who can adapt, That's April Ross. And it was a joy to watch the domination by the Americans and for April Ross to finally get that gold medal that she's been trying to get and chasing now for 3 Olympic Games.
I'm with you. All right, finally, we got to talk about women's national soccer team rebounding from a pretty rocky start to win that bronze medal, right? Let's talk about what's next for those World Cup champs. And have we seen the last significant game for Megan Rapinoe and Carly Lloyd in a U.S. jersey? What do you think?
I think there's a pretty good shot of it. I mean, I would never want to count either of these two women out. Speaking of Allyson Felix, speaking of April Ross, look, we're talking about women galore. Simone Biles, they're tough, they're strong. But yes, if they decide to go with a youth movement and get younger players in there for the U.S. women's national team that did not win the gold, did not win the silver, but did win the bronze, then yes, I think we're closing in on it. Let's put it that way, Kira, for some of the last days for Carly Lloyd and Megan Rapinoe, but two of the greatest names in the history of soccer, U.S. soccer, not just women's soccer, but men's and women's soccer, that big of names, but also the way they did rebound and come back. And this is the story of these Olympics. Women athletes, for the first time ever, nearly 60% of U.S. medals won with just a couple days to go have been won by women. That is by far historic achievement. They've never been that close before. So almost 60%. The numbers will fluctuate as obviously more medals are won. If the U.S. women, Kira, were their own country, just the U.S. women, they'd be 4th in the medal standings. That's how good they are.
I love it.
That's how dominant they are. And it's Title IX. It's about Title IX giving women a chance 50 years ago. And look at the results. And no wonder our country has fallen in love with that great law.
Another story. You and I covered that law decades ago. I agree with you. It's so great to see where women athletes stand right now and that they're taking home these medals representing across the world. Christine Brennan in Tokyo for us. It was so great to see you. You made my Friday.
Same here, Kira. Thank you very much. Although Friday's almost over here in Tokyo. So
oh, that's right. So enjoy your weekend.
You as well. Take care, Kira. Thank you.
You bet.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.